Yo, what's up? It's the podcast. We're here. What's going on?
We're here, we're queer.
Get us a beer.
Yeah. And some
They're,
ween.
they're going to recount the election.
What?
Yay!
Nothing to recount, dude. That was a slaughtering.
It was probably
Listen.
unfair.
Listen, dude. They're gonna recount.
The congressional seat, like in
Dude, what you gotta
Pennsylvania.
do is watch TikTok, and all of the lefties are. It's coming, dude. She's just waiting for the perfect time to get ready to do the recount.
Dude,
She's
it was.
just waiting. She's just waiting for the right time to come in and recount it. She's gonna do it a couple days before he's
You think?
inaugurated. No,
She's gonna tuck her tail and fucking
no,
go.
it's you can't just do that.
I know.
Mm.
Well, if
Or
trust
else it
me,
would have
if
happened
try-
2020.
Yeah, if you could just recount, they would have recounted it in 2020. It takes like fucking an act of Congress or some shit.
Well, they're still fighting the Pennsylvania Senate seat where they're counting ballots that aren't signed, ballots that have the wrong dates on them, illegal ballots, basically.
Well, that's
We're still counting California, bro.
That's not gonna.
You know.
That's not gonna. That's gonna be a lawsuit.
This whole thing's just gets crazier and crazier every year. I don't know why. I understand. I love state rights. Don't get me wrong, but when it's a federal election, it should be
one way.
We're all uniform on this thing.
Right.
And they're like, but the only ones that are blue are the ones that don't have voter ID laws. I mean, come on.
They said the only states that Kamala won were the ones that don't require voter ID.
Right. That's the only ones that are blue.
That's what Tim just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he said it backwards. He doesn't explain things right.
Oh.
He's cold as Rod.
Listen, Tim's being nice enough to come in and sit in on the show with us.
I'm helping maternity leave out right now.
Well, I don't know. One of those two dudes I don't think's coming back for a long time. I don't know which one it's going to be, but one
probably
twins.
I think Seth's going to be gone a lot longer than he thinks he's going to be.
Yeah, they're twins, boy.
Well, I know he's working on his so-called podcast studio or whatever you want to call it in the house. You know, but once them babies show up, he ain't don't have time for nothing.
Yeah, he'll see. They got it all figured out.
He said, "You'll see." You'll see.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, man, it's only a matter of time before they come in and declare her the winner. I mean, every day they hand recount votes, man. His lead in the popular vote gets lower and lower, dude. He had the majority. Now he doesn't, dude. Now instead of beating her instead of having 50% of the popular vote, now he's only got 49.8%. Now he's only beating her by 2.5 million fucking votes.
They gotta dig up some dead people.
Listen, man, it's fucking stupid. What I think is funny is now the left has gone from calling all Trump supporters fucking weirdos and conspiracy theorists to becoming weirdos and conspiracy theorists. Like,
I think that
every day it's a new fucking video. You know what I mean? It's so fucking dumb, dude. She got fucking wrecked. She got wrecked
big time. Well, I think the funniest part to me is stuff like they're out there trash talking and ready to, plow through RFK as the health secretary. Yet the current health secretary is a dude with a penis, dressed as a woman in fucking high heels.
Yeah, with tits.
He's not qualified.
Someone with a mental disorder.
Yeah, right. And what's that bald ass kid that was stealing all the luggage and everything?
Yeah,
another one.
That dude was. He was in charge of nuclear waste.
Yeah.
Perfect job for him.
I know that none of that shit bothers me. I don't give a fuck about any of it.
No, it doesn't bother me. I just think it's funny that you go, this guy's not qualified, but that is, that is some fucking
Well, dude, they don't listen.
At this point, he's just trolling. At this point, he's just making appointments now. Fucking Linda McMahon is the fucking.
Well, you knew she was getting one.
Yeah, but
she got one last administration.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. It's all crazy, dude. It's like Hollywood stars of all the people that are in government now. You know what I mean? Like it's the who's who of government that he's appointing, and it's all Trump back people. So that's what's good. So shit has to get done in 18 months.
Yeah.
Shit don't get done in 18 months, and it's not getting done. You know?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. It is what it is at this point.
Yeah, it is what it is. I think
we won. We won. You lost. Haha. That's all I care about. We won. You lost. Haha.
Dude, the funniest shit in the world is like, if you're watching these mainstream media networks like MSNBC and shit, and how they're like all of a sudden doing interviews with Trump and shit like that, and they're trying to get back in his good graces. They are devastated since this election, dude.
Yeah.
Their main demographic, which is what, men 18 to 34 or some shit like that, is like 37,000. Like YouTube videos get more than that, a lot more than that. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. They killed themselves for what?
I'm like about half a mile from. No, I'm a quarter mile from a paved road where I live, and the paved road that's near me is a major artery. They had a Trump victory parade Sunday, so from my house you could hear the horns honking. Remember I showed you those pictures of the Trump rally? Well, this was the victory parade. It was just organized locally in my community. I'm not lying to you, dude. There were horns blowing for fucking 2.5 hours. It was like 25 miles long. Jeez. Swamp buggies and cars and people towing trailers full of kids, side by side, fucking everything. And I'm like,
bunch of fucking hillbillies, man. What
my neighbor comes over and he's like, how come you're not over there in the parade? I go, listen, dude, I got shit to do. He got my vote. I don't need to go out there and fucking jump up and down with these people.
Yeah.
I'm just not me, you know.
Listen, they got to do this 25th, and they got to put in Trump early because this dude's going to start World War III, bro.
I'm doing my fucking best to fucking like avoid any of that shit. Like if I see, like I like to scroll on TikTok and shit like that. I like as soon as I just get the inkling that it's going to be one of those videos, I just scroll. I want to be done. I just want to be done with that. I don't want to see it anymore. I'm fucking sick of hearing about it.
I'm sure you're sucked in too. All these fucking UFO videos showing up, I'm sucked into that shit. Dude.
Oh well, yeah, that for sure.
My case,
they have a congressional hearing, and they're like the one dude is like this super high up dude in fucking U.S. intelligence, and he's like, we have biological fucking remains and crashed UFOs, and nobody gives a fuck about it at all. Like nobody cares.
They brought it out to the wrong generation, dude. You should have waited until we were dead and gone.
Yeah, you're right.
Should have waited until we were dead and gone and got these kids, because they would have felt like we're like, come on, man. Like you put us through all this shit. Now you're going to do this.
Yeah, nobody gives a fucking shit. They've admitted that they have alien bodies. They have biological fucking remains of fucking something that's not of this earth. And they have admitted that they have fucking crash fucking vehicles that are not of this earth. And nobody gives a fuck about it. Not only does nobody care, but they also say they're in the ocean. And nobody fucking cares. Well, nobody cares.
Motherfuckers might be in the ocean.
Oh, and they've been there.
They've been there.
That's what they said. Yeah, they've been there.
They've been there. We knew they were in there. Oh, okay. Cool.
They got a base in the Bermuda Triangle. I wonder why everything's crashing there.
Yeah, and nobody gives a shit.
Well, it kind of makes you. The first thing I thought of was MH370. Nobody knows what happened with that fucking plane.
Yeah.
They found a tail piece or something.
They think they found it. Well, they had found a tail piece that came up mysteriously on a beach in Australia.
Right.
Dude, just think, like they could have taken a tail piece off anything. Like, let's just end this shit.
They could have got it from a plane junkyard and threw it on the ground and said, "Look
what happened in Miami." Why don't we have video of Miami?
I think that whole mall thing is bullshit.
But why don't we have video of it? There's no video of anything. I
don't think so. The initial videos that hit fucking TikTok are all gone. You can't even fucking find them.
Scrub.
Yeah. Even when I had the bitch saved because I was like, ooh, I'm gonna show this to Chris. That's gone. It's
Really?
all gone.
Can you
yeah.
download it or something so they can't take it away?
You can, but I didn't
Yeah.
think to download it at the
Yeah.
time. I was just saving it so I could share it.
I
But
don't
now
know.
it's
The
gone.
UFO shit is popping, but then again, it could be just a distraction too.
Sure.
It's not.
I mean,
it's not a distraction.
I showed you that video.
Or it's
My kid
Chris
is
said-
out there.
Chris said that's
demons,
bullshit. It's too low. It's not a UFO.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I sat him down. I go, dude, you're not bullshitting me. He goes, Dad.
I told Chris that he's being gay. So
He said, Dad, I've seen that thing twice in the mid afternoon and at night. He goes, and I'm going out at those times looking for that motherfucker to come back. He goes, because I'm going to be set up with better pictures.
Right.
You know.
So where do you think the aliens came from?
What do you mean?
Where do you think they came from?
The fuck do you mean? Where do I think they came?
What are they? Are they Anunnaki? Are they Nephilim? Are they what are
I
they?
don't know,
Bro,
man.
fucking listen, man. The motherfuckers just live here, dude. They've always been here.
Yeah.
Yep. I think they are from the ocean. There's been 2 species here the whole time. That's what I think.
I like the other conspiracies better.
What's that?
Well, like everybody's got a little Anunnaki or Nephilim in them because of the.
Listen, let's not get too crazy.
Look, Aquaman makes sense now, bro.
Aquaman.
They just listen. They desensitize you with movies and shit, right?
Dude.
All right, we got him with Aquaman. Yeah. Now we're gonna tell them about the people in the ocean. You know,
dude. The fact that nobody gives a fucking shit. That the United States government has now come out twice now. And
they're
said
trying
there's such
really
thing
hard.
as fucking aliens, and nobody
who,
cares. You know what I mean? Nobody
You see who
cares.
showed up on TikTok who's just been quiet for the longest time is Bob Lazar. And he goes, I told you.
Bro, we're all over here itching like, dude, please be aliens, man. We've got all these guns. We want to do something with them. We don't want to actually kill ourselves.
Trust me, with the technology they have, our pea shooters ain't going to do nothing.
At least we'll get to go out down shooting, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at least we get to shoot at something with these things and not let them collect dust and then go hit targets every, couple weekends a year.
I don't know what just happened right there. What the fuck happened? Oh, there we go. My fucking shit's all fucked up. Sorry about that. I don't know why that just happened.
I don't know what happened.
My whole the fucking stream screen went blank.
Oh, I see it now. Just did it.
Yeah, it should be okay now.
Yeah, I'm on live. It just did.
Yeah, it just went dead for a minute. But that's part of the show. Part of the awesomeness, the character of this show is the fact that it's always fucked. Yeah, it just kind of fucking blows my mind that nobody gives a fucking shit about that. You know what I mean? It just fucking absolutely boggles my mind that nobody cares. I mean, they're just like twice now they come out and said, listen, man. Aliens are real.
I mean, Trump's giving us JFK.
Yeah, they're real. Okay, well, on to normal business.
Right.
It's fucking crazy, dude. It's crazy,
dude. Something's gonna come out. We're gonna find out what it is. They're gonna tell us.
I would just prefer them just to come out, just like land somewhere and be like, this is what we're doing, and this is why we're doing it. No government coming out and saying anything. That's what I want. That's
how you unite this country. You get us attacked by aliens, bro.
Well,
it's not gonna be Russia right now.
Biden has his way,
because that's just bullshit.
Biden has his way, we'll all unite under the fucking flag of fighting communism. We're gonna fucking be fighting fucking Vladimir Putin.
We almost did that with the Civil War. I mean, we don't. The whole thing with Russia right now, they're the freest country out there right now.
Dude, it's just wild to me that
cheap.
They're. It's crazy to me to think that there's a scenario where This fucking idiot is like, hey, you know what? You could use our weapons to shoot into fucking Moscow.
Who does
Not
that?
a problem.
Right,
Who does-
right.
Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Go ahead and do it.
Imagine if Russia said that to Mexico.
Could you imagine if fucking Trump did that? Could you imagine?
Right.
Oh, they would fillet him.
Come
Yeah.
on, dude. It's absolutely ridiculous.
You're causing
man.
World War III. They want World War III. They want this. This
Well,
is
the
their
reason
whole
why they want that. The reason why they want that is because, no transfer of power if there's a world war going on.
Yeah.
You think that? Yeah.
Yeah.
25th Amendment goes in. She's president.
Amendment. Yep.
Fuck that. There will be an uprising the likes of no one has ever seen in this country.
I'm sure Trump's talking to Putin in the background too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what he's up to. Sorry.
Yeah. Just send over a couple little girls for him to sniff for a while, get him distracted. You think he's gonna pardon Hunter?
Yes.
Yeah.
If not, Trump will.
Trump will pardon him.
You think?
Yeah, Trump will pardon him in a heartbeat. Yeah, just
Yeah. Trump will do it just to be like, see, look, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a total.
But dude, after the way they've attacked him, his business shot.
Well, he's said on multiple occasions he could have fucking prosecuted Hillary and he didn't.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he could have.
And the reason why he didn't is it just wouldn't look good.
This guy thrives for this shit, dude. This is his arena.
Dude, all his appointees are without question fucking straight troll bait.
Yeah.
Except outside of like Vivek and Elon and RFK Jr., everybody else is just like, fuck you. He's just saying fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, like,
that's what he's doing.
So their biggest thing about Trump is his bankruptcy. He had 6 bankruptcies.
Oh, I claim bankruptcy as well. Who gives a fuck?
No, this dude has 496 businesses that he's licensed.
Right, 6 businesses is not a big.
He's popping. He's popping 90+%, and they're bitchy. This guy's playing chess or playing checkers. You know what I mean?
Not only that, the fact that everyone is so fucking focused on that stupid shit. Like, oh, look what he's.
Well, it's because all they got left. That's all they got.
Well, the fact that they're completely not. It's a non-story that fucking Kamala Harris completely bankrupted fucking the Democratic Party. She bankrupted.
They're in debt.
She bankrupted them.
And they're in debt.
Yeah. That bitch spent $1 billion in 2 months campaigning.
Yep.
And she still didn't get the popular vote. Lost the popular. Lost.
The campaign.
This is the thing. They're all upset about the popular vote and the Electoral College. They want to know where did all those votes go? They're so bent out of shape about those votes. Where did all those votes go?
You mean the ones that they created for
exactly.
Biden?
Look into it. Look into it. I want you to look into it. I would prefer if you guys looked into where all those votes went. Look into that.
Shut that down quick too, though.
Well, if you look at it,
that's why this contesting the election recount bullshit's not gonna fucking happen.
No.
Because if they do that, they're gonna have to. They're gonna start looking into shit, and once they look into shit, they're gonna realize that shit was fucked up the first time.
Well, here's the thing. Exactly. If you look at you can go all the way back to Clinton or Bush, but if you start at Obama, the first year he got like 64 million votes. The second term he got like 66 million votes. Right. Then all of a sudden,
Biden gets.
Sniffy comes along and he gets 82 million, and then now it's
how
back
many
to
did
where
Trump
those
have? How many did Trump have at the same time though?
No, he even died. He went to 74 million there, but he's almost. He did what 72
that's what
million
I'm
this
saying.
time?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Where did all those extra votes
Where does
come
17 million votes go?
Exactly. That's what I mean. If Trump's numbers didn't change, but the Democratic numbers went up by fucking 15 million, seems it's most likely that there's some bullshit going on.
But if you look at the amount of in 2016, if you look at the amount of registered voters versus you take Trump's and Biden's and add it up, it's 15, 20 million high. Mm-hmm. There's not that many registered voters in this country.
Right.
Well, if they start looking into the election and they find that shit they're gonna find is in the blue states. And it's going to be Californians and shit like that.
Yeah. Arizona.
They don't want to get into that. They don't want to have to go into a mandate to where they have to start Voter ID would. The Democratic Party would not exist if there was voter ID in this country right now.
Listen, dude. I had to fucking use my ID to buy a fucking bottle of beer and a pack of cigarettes.
Right.
Why do I not need a fucking ID to fucking, you know what I mean?
Right.
I have to use an ID to buy a house, to buy a car. Fucking, I gotta use an ID to fucking get a loan. I gotta use an ID for
I have to have an
just
ID
about
to go
everything.
Courthouse, bro.
Except vote. That's the only thing you don't need like. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Right. It's ridiculous.
Because it's the only way they can win, man.
Yeah.
If you have to lie about everything for like, it's been 8 years of them like twisting the truth, being debunked, still going at it. The Russia thing, like that's all they had to twist the narrative to make this guy look bad.
Dude, look, 99% of the problem in this country is not necessarily the Democrat Party, my opinion.
Yeah.
It's the media.
Well,
it's media.
It's the media and social
that's owned
media.
By the Democrat Party.
It's the media and social media. It's both.
Right.
Social media has allowed fucking idiots like my mom to say shit to other idiots. It's that simple.
Yeah.
You're right. It's like an echo chamber of retards.
It's like that with everything, including politics.
I don't mean, like, when I say my mom, I don't mean my mom is dumb, but I mean my mom is fucking a Democrat. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, though. You know what I mean? Like, there's people like my mother. There's people like my mother and her sister that'll fucking, and my Aunt Tammy that fucking hear these, well, like, she's right.
She's so good.
You're gonna die on the table. Shut up.
Kamala ran a campaign with zero policy.
Yes,
that's and nothing but zero policy and hate towards Republicans and Trump. That's all it was.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah, there's only so many free concerts.
I'll tell you two things that fucking locked her up. Again, my opinion. The two things. When she was on The View, and she said, they said, what would you have done different? What would your administration do different than Biden? She's like, I can't think of anything. Boom. Strike number one.
Yeah.
Okay. Number two, Trump went on Rogan. There was over 60 million downloads on that.
Listen, bro.
Okay?
Listen, bro. That motherfucker did 1 million views an hour the first 24 hours.
Yeah. Right. If you think people are watching CNN and MSNBC,
they're not. Nobody does.
At that rate, it's not.
Nobody does.
Tucker gets more views than the.
Yeah, the problem they're having now is they can't control podcasts.
Well, see, and that's the thing. People like my mom, for instance, I don't even think my mom just like maybe a year or two ago started watching fucking Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom, and even my dad's terrible at fucking internet shit. You know what I mean? They didn't grow up with the internet like our generation did.
Right.
Me and Tim's generation,
I'm horrible with the fucking internet.
That's what I'm saying. People your age are terrible with the fucking internet. You know what I mean? It takes people like you're pretty good with some shit, so I can steer you in a direction to find things.
Help. My mom's clueless.
Yeah, my mom's whole fucking experience on YouTube is watching us on Wednesday night.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
My mom wouldn't think for a second to let me get on YouTube and get some news and shit. She doesn't realize that you can get news and shit on there. Like,
my mom still gets the newspaper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Unbiased fucking news, not bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
Not bullshit. That's why I tried to tell my Aunt Tammy that. She's like, well, he did that shit with the Supreme Court, and now abortions are banned nationally. I'm like, no, they're not. She's like, yes, they are.
Yeah.
And then she's like, look at this. And then she shows me this website. I'm like, bro, dude, first of all, that website's not legit. Second of all, I'm telling you, there is not a state in the union where it's banned. There's no such thing.
You can get abortions in 48 states, number one. Number two, abortions are up 13% since Roe v. Wade was overturned. 13%. They're up. So don't tell me. And then when you had Tampon Tim up there going, well, that girl died because she couldn't get medical aid
it wasn't
for her abortion. It wasn't that.
Untrue. It was medical malpractice.
Right. Well, yes. And she took that next day pill, had a bad reaction to it. and she fucking died. That had nothing to do with not being able to get an abortion. You lying sack of shit.
We actually went further left with abortion here. I mean, we went from heartbeat to we went from 6 weeks to 22 weeks, basically.
Yeah.
But even Trump is more.
Listen, man, I'm not against abortion. I'm not against abortion at all. I'm not. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. You want to have a fucking abortion, that's on you. It's your body. It's your choice. I have no say in it because I don't carry a child. But you're still killing a baby. You can say whatever you want.
Right.
You could do whatever you want, but in my eyes, you're still killing a baby. You know what I mean?
Right.
You could say it's a clump of cells. You could say whatever you want. You're still killing a baby.
As a father, I say it like this: in cases of rape, or the kid is
incest,
major issues, incest. By all means, but don't wait till the 8th month. You know what I'm saying? Fucking get rid of it.
Yeah. That's my whole thing.
Right.
It's just it being done in a timely manner.
It's a like Planned Parenthood makes money off this shit.
You know what I mean? Of course they do.
They need the baby parts at different ages and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Planned Parenthood is the strongest in black neighborhoods. Period.
Sure.
Period.
Yeah. This country's still racist, but it's the wrong way that they're not talking about.
That's where it's the biggest, is in black neighborhoods.
Right.
They've systematically killed millions of black babies. Millions of black babies.
Well, the black population would be well over 20% right now. There was 60 more million of them.
It's just fucking crazy, man. It's fucking crazy, dude.
How many black people are gone from this country because of abortion?
Right. It's craziness, dude. It's absolute, total fucking craziness, dude. Craziness. I'm just looking forward to this shit, the bullshit being over with. Like there's gonna be nonsense going on if you engage in it. I mean, there's gonna be nonsense going on, of course, but I'm looking forward to the money going overseas stopping. Like that shit needs to be put to a fucking
I'm
stop.
thinking this, TJ. Mm-hmm. It almost appears at this point that because some of the left is kind of leaning back in, their arsenal is pretty much empty at this point. They've got nothing else to throw at them.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They've tried to.
They tried
to put them in jail. They tried to take them off the ballot. Okay. They fucking trashed and lied about them every fucking which way, and none of it worked. So what are you gonna do now?
Right.
What do you got?
Remember after the election 2016, they immediately wired up.
You tried to assassinate him twice.
Yeah.
Right. Like, but I mean, they literally, the media geared up. They were all anti-Trump from the beginning of 2016. As soon as he won the election this time, it was like, they just all stopped.
Yeah.
I mean, they all kind of
nothing worked.
They
spent $1.5 billion. Yeah.
You know what gets me is the left now, which, the left used to be dominated by women, which is strange to me now that women are now like just freely giving away their rights. Like there's no such thing as a woman's space no more. Now you can have a dick in your miniskirt and it's cool to go to the bathroom with a chick.
Right. Well, what happened to the wasn't it called the Me Too movement? And now you let a dude box a woman? Are you fucking kidding me?
Not only do you let a fucking man box a fucking woman in the
we
Olympics.
We all got fucking they what was that? What do they call that? Where they fact check us? They fact checked us during the Olympics, and it wasn't a woman, or it wasn't a man, it was a woman. Right. It was a woman. It was a woman. That's all they kept saying. Right.
It was a man the whole time.
That's how it always works out.
It was a man the whole time.
It always works.
Not only was it a man the whole time, but this is what I was getting at is how dudes are superior to women. Fucking Bruce Jenner clips his fucking dick off, puts on a miniskirt, and wins Woman of the Year within 8 months of doing that.
Yeah, how does that happen?
Men are just better than women. That's just what they're trying to tell us, man. We're even better at being women than women are.
That's pretty sad, man.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's what they're telling everybody now. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, think about that for a second. Like, there's a reason why we're different. You know what I mean? There's things that I do that Jennifer cannot do, and there's things that Jennifer does that I cannot do.
Right.
And that's the duality of life. You know what I mean? We're like 50-50. We're like, what she's good at, I'm not good at. What I'm good at, she's not good at.
I mean,
and most women come together and we make a cohesive unit. You know what I mean?
Most women
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Most women can pick up a quarter off the ground without using their hands. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
We can't
Jesus.
do that.
There's no fucking listen. There's no fucking way if I was ever a woman on this earth that I would repopulate this earth because I'm not fucking pushing the cantaloupe out of my fucking
Yeah, but that's what
bottom
I
end.
mean.
There's no
Like,
fucking way.
they're just it's like it's
Who
almost
would even
as
think
if
that would be
they
fun?
want to they want to reset that standard. You can't reset. It's nature.
Right.
They're like freaking out because Trump's like, we're only going to recognize two genders because that's all there is two genders. And they're like, oh, it's an attack on trans people. No, it's fucking not. It's
Yeah.
not. It's
still a fact.
biology.
Right.
It's still
Right.
you can be if you want to be a guy. If you're a female and you want to be a man, then do that. But
That's
you're
right.
still a female.
Tape it back. Go buy a Subaru, okay, and fucking drive around.
Yeah, but there's no change in the science of who you are. There's just you know what I mean. There's no change.
Listen, wokeness died on the election night. It died here, and it's going to die in Canada.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to switch back to wokeness. It's gone. We're done with it.
Dude, who's that? You guys will know, especially you, TJ. Who's that MMA fighter that was being interviewed? And he goes, "Wait a minute." He goes, "You are exactly what's wrong with this fucking country. You're a fucking pussy." He goes, "Let me guess. You voted for Biden?" Okay, you don't have to tell me. I know you. Who is that MMA fighter? That real outspoken dude, white guy, looks like a fucking complete badass.
I don't think he's Turkish or something.
I think he's Canadian. He might be Canadian or no. I think he's American.
I don't know.
I don't know. You see all them fucking sports people doing the Trump dance? That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Football, all that shit.
Well, this is the issue is this. There's a lot of people that are in the limelight that have those views that can't express them for fear of getting fucking
persecuted.
Oh, they're probably contractually. Or contractually, you know, because
the
NFL
UFC,
don't fuck around.
Not in the UFC, Dana White don't give
that's
a fuck.
True. Yeah, he don't give a fuck. No, like, listen, if you look at the current
Sean
conservative
Strickland,
party,
he said.
Yeah, Sean Strickland.
That's who it is.
Do you ever heard that interview? It's fucking awesome.
Sean Strickland's kind of a fucking idiot, though.
I don't care, though. I just like what he had to say.
Yeah. I mean, some of the shit he said is cool, but some of it's just like, dude, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
We've literally seen the party switch once again because conservatives now are all moderate liberals from the 90s, and all the liberals are all the 90s conservative war hogs, Bush era.
Yeah.
That's all they are.
Yeah.
It's wild, dude. Fucking wild.
It honestly doesn't make any fucking sense. That just goes to show you how corrupt everything has become.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, everybody, he's shown you that there was only one party. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now he's brought on. We got RFK Jr., Democrat, Elon Musk, Democrat, Tulsi Gabbard, Democrat. Mm-hmm. That's his fucking cabinet, bro. It's wild. Yeah. Fucking wild.
Yeah.
Like if the Democrats in the 90s said, "Hey, we want to steal the Republican Party," and by 2024, they won. Mm. You know?
Yep. Yeah. It's definitely strange.
They don't have a single player for 2028. Newsom's nobody's going to elect Newsom. Dude, nobody wants to California.
Well, they already took. I saw they
California was fucking almost totally red, except for like just the big cities, you know.
Right.
Nobody's going to elect that dude. They don't have a star player right now. They don't have a starting quarterback at all. They're talking about bringing over Liz Cheney of all people. She got killed, like when she went for the primary, and she lost like 60-30. And she's a Republican.
Like fucking Harris. They were thinking that Harris was gonna fucking win them. I mean, come on, dude.
You're bringing these people from states that are used to cheating. You can't put them on a national level.
Right.
There's no way.
I said this before, you know, and it bears repeating. I would have voted for RFK. I would have voted for him if he had gotten the nomination.
I like a lot. Yeah,
I like a lot of the shit that he's got to say, and I like a lot of the shit that he wants to do, and you know, I know a lot of people got a problem with him for this and that, and for whatever reason, but a lot of the shit that he's vehement about changing needs changed. It really does.
Yeah.
The fact that Fruit Loops the fact that Fruit Loops in Canada have 3 ingredients and Fruit Loops in America has 17 is all you need to know about everything.
Right.
Well,
You know what I mean?
here's a question for you, because this is
Here
probably
here's a simple example. Go buy a fucking candy bar right now and eat it and tell me that it tastes like a candy bar from fucking 20 years
No.
ago. I'll
Yeah.
no,
fucking
they
wait,
don't.
because it doesn't. Nothing tastes like it used to.
Do you?
Right.
So what was the Democratic Party so anti RFK Jr. about? A lifetime Democrat, his family's like gods in the Democratic Party.
Vaccines.
He would have won. He
Vaccines.
would have beaten Trump. You telling me they don't have shit on this dude that they couldn't fucking?
The vaccines is why they didn't like him. The same reason why that dude from
Doesn't make sense.
the governor of Pennsylvania, they didn't pick him as fucking Kamala's fucking vice president because he
Shapiro?
was Jew.
Yeah.
Because he's Jewish.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't pick him, is because he's fucking Jewish.
Have we ever had a Jewish president?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, we haven't.
You don't need to be president when you're Jewish. The Jews run everything.
Yeah.
They eat your babies.
I don't know about all that, but they
Ask Seth, he'll tell you.
He's
hiding his kids, he's hiding his wife.
They own everything, dude. They fucking control the world, dude. Like, it's like simple, dude. Simple shit. Like the shit that's going on in fucking Palestine and all those places around there, that's shit suspect, dude. It's suspect, dude.
I not pay too much attention to it, honestly.
There's a guy on YouTube, I don't know if it's Brandon Buckingham. I don't know if you've ever heard of him before, but go look at his channel. He went over there and was like running around in Beirut. I think it's Beirut. I don't know. Somewhere that's been being bombed by fucking Israel forever, dude. But to see it on the ground, not biased media, to see these people and the way they talk and shit, it's just like, wow, dude. Shit is strange nowadays. Like I said, things are fucking super strange, dude. Like, we're never given the entire story on every fucking thing.
No.
Never.
No. And half the time the story's complete fucking bullshit.
Yep. But I don't know. I don't. It doesn't really matter to me one way or the other. All I can say is that hopefully, with him being in office, hopefully things on a global scale will change for the better for everybody, not just us, but for everyone. And hopefully,
you think he'll get any credit for any of it, though?
No. I mean, they're already saying that. Like Walmart and all these places, like if they, these tariffs, we're just gonna pass on to the consumer. Well, cool. I'll just buy American shit. That's fine with me.
Right.
That's fine with me.
That's a bad thing to be arguing with.
That's the whole fucking point. That's the whole fucking point of him doing what the fuck he's doing, is to bring manufacturing back to the States. Make these fucking companies that are overseas bring their manufacturing back to the States.
Right.
Simple. And when the prices go higher for this, just buy shit from America. It'll be cheaper.
Yep.
Period. Yep. You want to buy, they're all complaining like my slave labor fucking Nikes will be fucking so much more expensive. Like, these people are so wrapped up in that goofy shit. They don't think about like, oh, my goods are cheap. Like, my iPhone's cheap. My fucking Nikes are cheap. But they don't think about the people that are fucking... like, literally slaves fucking, mining the fucking lithium and shit. Like, they're slave labor, like literal slaves. Foxconn. Joe Rogan has talked about it on his podcast 12 fucking times. They had to install nets around the fucking building where they build iPhones because people were fucking committing suicide jumping off the motherfucker.
Yep.
That doesn't sound like a great workplace. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, what the fuck, dude? It's fucking nuts, man.
Here's the thing you got to watch for, because the last time tariffs were mentioned many years ago, there was a huge influx of leaky gunslingers into Kansas City.
Well, dude, I will say this. I have a very, very strong suspicion that the all of this shit that they're fear mongering about how bad everything's, it's all bullshit. He already has tariffs imposed, and guess what? The Democrats didn't get rid of any.
They just didn't. Well, a lot of them they didn't enforce. Like he's got.
No. They're still being enforced, Mark.
Yeah.
They're still being no. There's no about it. If you listen to Trump talk, if you listen to anything closely, all of those tariffs that he fucking imposed on China and shit, like, they're still there because they're making billions of fucking dollars off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he never signed off on those.
It's total bullshit. TJ, any updates on Maker Squeegees? I have no idea, dude. I don't know. All I do is create TikToks for them, dude, or media. I'm not on the inner workings of any of it. I have no idea. None. Ask their golden boy Rui. Maybe he knows. But outside, I honestly, I do not know, dude. I'm assuming eventually they will do something, but when that'll happen, I don't know. I know that shit's not cheap. Injection molding is not cheap. I mean,
yeah, the molds are what's expensive.
The
to
molds
make.
are super expensive.
Well, that's why a lot of come from overseas. My wife worked at a company that was a pharmaceutical place that manufactured sterile eye wash and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this system would literally take a solution,
mm-hmm.
melt down these resin pellets, form them into a bottle, blow it into the shape of a bottle, fill it, and then seal the bottle. So you just snap the top off. It's a one shot.
Right.
It's like, you know that, you ever seen that product called TheraTears where you
mm-hmm.
snap the top off? They manufactured TheraTears, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they stayed stateside to get their molds made.
Mm-hmm.
And I know one of the engineers there is a good friend of mine. He said, just to get the mold for the TheraTears to make 6 vial pack, 6 vials, and then they foil wrap it and put it in, he goes, was like $175,000 for the molds. And he goes, that only makes 2-ounce packets.
Yeah.
They need one for the bottle, they need one for the so now overseas you can get injection molding cheaper. If you stay out of China, it's going to be just as much.
Right.
Like German and stuff, their shit is top notch.
Right.
But because they had to keep it here because pharmaceutical industry is so regulated and inspected.
Right.
You can't have leaky fucking shit going on the shelf.
Right.
Yeah, I would assume that. I mean, I'm just an assumption. It only makes sense for Maker to make their own squeegee handles and channels and washers. It only makes sense for them to do that. You know what I mean?
What my opinion is? I'm going to play devil's advocate on that. I don't think the market's big enough to handle more squeegee handles that are very similar to everything else out there. The ROI on that, if they have to pay 6 figures for a mold, will take fucking years to recover from. Because not only
you might be right about that, but
think about it, dude.
I am thinking about it. It just only that's what they're gonna. That's I mean, there's no question that they're.
I'm not telling anybody how to run a business. I'm like,
I'm just telling you that there's no doubt in my mind that that's what they'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're.
I'm sure.
Do. That's what they'll do.
They should just go over to SimLabs and get one made 3D printed.
Yeah, there's
a SimLab at your local.
They'll have their own handle.
Come to the storage facility.
I mean, Richie. You know how Richie is. They'll have their own handle. They'll have their own channel. I'm not saying it's going to be groundbreaking. It's just going to. They're gonna not. It would be foolish of them to do as much as they've done and not have an.
No, they got to cover every base. Yeah, I agree.
And a lot of places, outside of maybe WCR and a few other places, like here in the States, but overseas, a lot of companies that sell equipment like window cleaning they want a full line.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They want a full line. I do know that much about it, so. I think that's why there'd be an impetus on them having their own, just a basic handle and channel.
Yeah.
It's going to end up happening.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
I don't know when, but logic would dictate that that's what they would do.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not saying that's going to be earth-shattering or anything like that, but.
Well, it's probably just better to make something that's already currently works rather than try to reinvent the wheel. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you just based on what Maker has already done, whatever they do, it will be the best materials they could possibly source, and it will be the most durable fucking thing you can buy. Yeah, that's what they're gonna make. Richie's whole thing is making shit the absolute best you can fucking make it. You
Right.
know what I mean?
I'd
Right,
agree
wrong,
with
or
that.
indifferent. You know what I mean? That's what he's gonna do.
Right.
So,
I wasn't too sure about that sleeve when I put it on. I was a little upset the buttons were gone.
Oh,
But-
the new Velcro one?
Yeah.
I just ordered. I don't
like
have
the
any of
old
those.
school.
Yeah,
I like the
like
old school,
snaps
you
too,
know?
but
Yeah. But
I
no,
just-
it works. It works great, dude.
Yeah,
I
It's
just placed an order.
it's great.
it's
I
way
hope-
better than the one with the snaps.
Yeah, it's
way better.
good.
Yeah.
I was a little leery at first, but
I've got the one. I got the first one they ever did. The first one they sent overseas was to me, and I put it on my T-bar in that one fucking like 20-second clip. It's never came off. I've never had to readjust it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just ordered some because I don't have any.
They're
good, man. You're gonna like them.
You won't miss the buttons.
Yeah.
No, you don't miss them.
But
I thought I
honestly,
was
their
going
buttons
to,
are
and you
good
don't.
because I've maybe once or twice I've had to tighten, put one back in.
Well,
How long? Squeegee.
How long have I had to make your mitt? How long have they been out now?
I don't know.
3 years? 4 years?
I have
3
my
years?
original one on my Ninja T-bar still right now.
I just blew
It's
out. I
missing
just
two
blew
buttons,
out
though.
the end.
It's
Yeah.
I
missing
just
two
blew out
buttons,
the
though.
end, and I had so it's taken me that long, and Joey's probably been through 6 or 7 mitts between that. You get what I'm saying? My original mitt's
Oh,
still on there.
He doesn't use maker shit.
No, he uses I think
Why
he
is
uses
he so fucking
whatever.
gay?
Joey?
Yeah.
I don't know. He just don't like it.
Yeah, he's gay, dude.
Yeah, sometimes.
Not all
He
the
just-
time. He's gay all the time, Joey.
He's never liked it. Never liked him. I think he's just never liked it. He was always the critic on the Gunslinger too.
Oh yeah.
Every time I get him one, it leaked on him. Like it leaked right down. He's like, I can't use this bullshit.
Even the one he's got.
You told me
now?
this is awesome. No.
Oh,
I'm talking about the old,
Oh, yeah.
the ones from.
Yeah,
back
that's
when-
Scotsman. That Scotsman. I fail to see one sleeve better than it. I'm sorry. And
That's my favorite sleeve.
I've used every single fucking sleeve on the market.
TikTok's full of them too, boy. Because
And-
you and I on there with them. I'm telling you.
You'd never know that.
full of
You'd
'em.
never know that. You'd never know that if you looked at a maker TikTok. You'd never know that everybody's using Scotsman's because of me. But you'd never know that. You'd never know that. You'd never know that. Just like them Squeegee Life towels, everybody. You'd never know that I was fucking. Yeah, you'd never know that. But it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. I ain't tripping. It's all good.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
all
there's
good.
a reason. There's a reason TikTok's full of maker, man.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. Ain't nobody ever gonna buy $100 bucket on a belt. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah, that was the argument. And when we were at that convention, Harry had gone up to Sorbo and talked about a carbon fiber pole, and both of them decided that there wasn't a market for it.
Right.
Oh yeah.
No market for it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Now it's
Manny must be
What
clearing
is
out
going
a lot.
on with that?
Yeah, I don't know, but he's got a lot of reach at stuff like trying to clearance it
Like
out.
blowing it out, dude.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
cheap.
cheap. Yeah.
It's because Manny bought all that fucking shit that was in that warehouse over there, and now he's trying to get his
Casey
money back.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had a
fucking
falling out. And
That dude's an Antifa fucking homo.
I don't know.
yeah, I'm
anything
not.
about
I
that,
don't
but-
order shit off
Yeah.
of them.
What do you mean you don't know anything about that? Manny
No,
is fucking in the Antifa. He had Antifa meetings at his warehouse.
Did he?
Yes.
He's European, man.
Were those the guys that showed up with all the donks?
No.
Those Europeans are all about that
Manny's in
liberalism.
Washington.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, dude? Windows 101, Manny.
Washington State.
Washington State.
Yeah.
He is an Antifa guy.
Yeah,
I have
that's
the
a
post.
liberal.
I have the post in my fucking shit right here on my computer.
Yeah.
No, he was
Him
like
standing
he
there
was
with
in-
Antifa members, like we're having an Antifa meeting, and they were at his fucking warehouse. The guy's a scumbag.
Yeah.
It was just weird because it was just normal posts. It wasn't like fucking.
It was just a regular. I was his friend on Facebook, Mark.
No, I'm talking about like now, like
Boy.
with the where he's selling all the shit in the groups. It's not like there are advertisements for Windows 101. There's no Windows 101. It's just Manny and his
Yeah.
regular profile.
Right.
Like he's on a selling wall trying to sell some shit.
He had 2 trad
wild.
poles. He had some brushes. He had a bunch of stuff up
Yeah.
there.
So I don't know, like he had a falling out with that dude, and he's like, "Fuck your shit." I'm just
Is
getting rid
Windows
of it.
101 still selling shit?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question.
I don't
Let's look
wish
it up.
anybody ill will or anything, but fuck that shit. Antifa, fuck.
I mean,
boy.
it's hard. Like this. Like think about. We watched the evolution.
Window cleaner of the year.
We've watched the evolution of WCR. And watch him go from drop shippers to what they are now. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Manny's not really done anything.
Once they announce that they'll beat any price, I mean that's a wrap, dude. It's a wrap.
It's over. It's
a wrap. Anytime anybody like we're gonna drop the price on this and WCR beats it at least by a penny,
right.
Like come on, dude. Come on, bro. It's over. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Right.
It's a wrap.
Blue Dragon.
They have a lifetime warranty on their carbon fiber.
Yep.
It's that like they're in it for us. You can definitely tell.
Lifetime warranty on carbon fiber. That's all you need to know. Yep. Lifetime warranty. Tucker, what? Fuck out of here. Those poles are fucking shit.
Junk.
Fucking clamps are fucking junk. Fuck out
of
here.
I think yeah, the fact to me is just like I've said, and I trash it on every post someone asks about it. Mm-hmm. The pole is good, but it's only as good as who stands behind it. I had a bad experience. My buddy Alan had a bad experience. The guy's like, yeah, I wore out some clamps, and he's like, here's an invoice. I'm like, I'm not fucking paying that. And he said, well, lifetime warranty. What? How does that work?
Right.
You know, it doesn't even say limited lifetime warranty. It says lifetime warranty. You're gonna send me a bill for clamps? I'll fucking javelin that shit in the canal. Bye.
Right.
I mean, we've seen the future of window cleaning industry at the convention when, you know, Racensteins is there only promoting their
own stuff. Well, their own stuff is the most profitable to any company. Zero stuff.
Well, I mean, that's
probably
the
most profitable.
Because everybody's going to be like, eventually we're going to be buying. Like, it may not be with Etaray and Unger because they're just so huge. But everybody else is going to sell their own shit, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And Unger will end up doing the same thing too. If that's
they're gonna have to.
They have the platform to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know.
I mean, that's just that everybody's just branding up at this point.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm kind of looking like at this point, it would take a lot for someone to even come close to catching up to where WCR is.
They're not. There's no way.
Yeah. It's sewn up, dude. It's over.
Yeah. And Chris
social
and
media
Alex would have to come out like fucking like boxing little kids up and fucking shipping them.
Right. And go running the Antifa march.
Yeah, go running around in Antifa marches or some shit like that. Like, I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, it's going to be a sad day. It's going to be a sad day
if they end up
selling this thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or retiring.
Those guys, I don't see. I personally do not see Chris doing that.
No.
I hope not.
Chris is I wouldn't say a workaholic, but he's driven.
I would have to say
this. They're not done yet. They're just
I would have to say this.
Really just getting started.
Honestly, in speaking with him on only a few occasions, not on the phone, but in person, face to face, probably one of the most smartest people I've ever met in my life.
Who, Chris?
The smart, yeah.
Chris is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Chris is fucking dumb. He doesn't even believe in UFOs anymore. That's a fag. I wouldn't. I don't know if Chris. I wouldn't say he's. I'm not saying he's dumb, but when I talk to Chris in person, I don't get smart. I get measured.
Yeah.
Chris doesn't strike me as like I know everything. Chris,
he's not boisterous like that, but
he's measured.
You nailed it when you said this. The dude is playing chess and a very good game of chess, and everybody else is either playing chutes and ladders and checkers.
Yeah, he's not. Chris is doing something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chris doesn't. I mean, there are a few people that Chris will break character for. You know what I mean? And those are usually guys that talk a lot of shit. Like that fucking goofball, that fucking high-rise turd. What's his name? WCR. Who's that fucking dipshit?
Lamborghinis or John something. John
John.
L.
John Lala Birdie or whatever the fuck his name is. That fucking goof. Like he will break character for that fucking guy. You know what I mean? There's a few people that he'll break character for, but not very many. You really have to be pushing Chris's buttons.
Yeah.
If Chris says something to you publicly, like in a public forum, you have fucking have been talking shit for a very long time.
Yeah.
And not only have you been talking shit, but you're lying. And when you lie, Chris does not say anything unless he has receipts.
Yeah.
So if you get Chris to come out into the open and say something, I immediately know it's bullshit because Chris don't say nothing unless he's like me in that way. I'm not gonna talk shit unless I know for sure that I'm right about it. You know what I mean? I'm not. You know what I mean? Like I'm right. You know what I mean? So he's measured, very measured. He's a very measured dude, and he watches everything.
That's what part of it. What makes him smart. Part of it, you don't know he's lurking in the background. He's seeing it all.
He's not fucking smart. He doesn't believe in UFOs. He's a fucking idiot, that guy.
You see what the hottest selling item WCR is going to have this fall is going to be, right?
UFOs.
What? Them fucking Jello fucking.
If he starts doing that, I'm going to fucking disown that fuck.
Bullshit! I want one of them motherfuckers. I want a Jello glass hat, man.
Fucking way.
What is it now?
That Jello glass
hat,
fresheners and fucking hats now.
Oh,
fuck that asshole.
I won't.
He'll sell 100 of them. Easy.
Listen, dude. I can't.
Anytime
I see dudes on there talking about that guy, like, oh, where's all the haters at and shit? Like, listen, it's not about. The guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he is.
He's a fucking idiot.
There's something wrong with him. You know what I mean?
No. There's nothing wrong with him. He's a fucking retard. Plain and simple.
No, he is.
The guy's a fucking
retard. Something wrong with him.
The dude goes to a Subway. He probably cleaned it for him. They let him put a little plastic card holder with some of his advertisements. And he's like, look, this is going to blow up. I'm like, you really think someone that lives in $1 million house or works in a Class A office building is eating a $5 green fucking bologna sandwich, you fucking dumbass?
Listen,
you fucking idiot.
This is the way I look at this. This is the thing that bothers me about him. At first, it was funny because it was just a troll and this guy's a fucking idiot. Let's make a fucking fun of him.
Right.
But when he started going to other people's work and claiming it as his own, that's
that was kind of funny. You called out on it.
You stepped over the line there. When you do shit like that, you stepped over the line for me.
Yep.
You stepped over the line for me.
Yep.
You start fucking doing shit like that like you're a scumbag, and I got no time for fucking scumbags.
You're right.
I did see something a couple days ago.
Still,
you can wear that hat. I don't give a fuck. Listen, dude. I wouldn't buy two. I'll take two. One to fucking cover a pile of shit, and the other one to wipe my ass with.
I told him his air fresheners probably smell like anus lube and stool, and he told me that I was the biggest asshole, disgusting person on social media, and I go, okay.
Listen, like I said, I just can't. The fact that Chris, that's another thing that Chris feeds into shit like that, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, well,
it drives me fucking nuts that he even gives that dude a platform to fucking be an idiot. It drives me nuts. I'm sure he has his reasons, but I cannot fucking stand the claiming of other people's work and trying to fucking go in and fucking do dastardly shit to people's fucking work is I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I've never bid another guy's job before, but I don't fucking go around trying to steal shit from people.
The only time I bid someone else's job is if they come to me because they're not happy with you.
They come to me. I'm not unscrupulous. I'm not a fucking bag of dog shit. You know what I mean?
Dude, years and years and years ago, I got called into a country club, which was a nice job at the time. It was about $700 a month for once a month service, every month, year round. Okay. And the first thing the chief engineer does, he goes, let's walk around. I'm going to show you what the scope of work is. And I'm also going to show you what I'm not happy with. So we walk around this beautiful country club, and most of it looked pretty good. But the main entranceway had high glass, and it was a little tricky. Had big fan archways 30 feet up and this and that. You can't water fed over an entranceway if they're open. You know, the whole 9 yards. It takes some it's a technical job pretty much. And he's like, well, what do you think of that? And I just go, and he wanted me to trash who he had. And I didn't even know who he had. I go, look, all I can say is that area there needs more attention. I go, the entranceway is the most focal part of this thing. Yeah. I go, I'm not here to tell you what he's doing wrong or badmouth him. I don't know him. I'm going to tell you this is what I can do for you, and here's my price. And I got the job.
Right.
You know?
Right. I seen something either yesterday or the day before. That might have been Monday. I seen this post of this guy cleaning gutters on 7 pieces of fucking stack ladder.
Yeah, you saw that shit?
That was bent almost into a U shape. And this guy's like talking about how he's fucking a real man and all this. Listen, dude, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck about that guy on that. You don't give a fuck about that guy on that ladder. You don't give a fuck about that guy.
Right.
You don't give a fuck about that dude on the top of that ladder. You don't give a fuck about him.
Yep.
Because if you fucking did, he wouldn't be on 7 pieces of fucking stack ladder. He'd be on a 40-foot extension ladder. You fucking piece of shit. You fucking scumbag.
Right.
That fucking, dude, only the real bros stack their ladders. No, you're only real fucking idiots stack ladders.
Do that. I worked for a company, a guy put up 6 pieces.
7 fucking pieces.
6 pieces over an entranceway, and he was almost to the top, and the yoke pins, you know, the aluminum yokes and then the pins, the yoke snapped.
Yeah.
That fucking thing went off like a bomb and shot him. Because it was pushed in. When it let loose.
All that fucking tension? Like,
yes.
What the fuck,
it threw
dude?
him. He shattered his...
That's cast aluminum. Am I right, Mark?
Yep, 100%. It's cast aluminum.
So you're telling me you're willing to bet your fucking life on cast aluminum. That's what you're willing to bet your life on. You know what? I want to fucking die to make fucking $12 an hour for fucking dipshit in a pickup truck. Taking pictures of me. Hey, man, show me you're a real man. You fucking hoe-ass bitch.
Dude, if you look at the section ladders and the reason they're limited in height is because of the design and the manufacture of it. But if you drill the rivets out, that yoke piece, the aluminum that goes up in there where it's riveted only goes in about this much higher than where the rivets are.
Nobody can see.
Think about the load on that.
You have to do it in the center. There you go, buddy.
It goes up about an inch. Yeah. I mean, there's literally, it'd be like...
We had Jeffrey Scott on yesterday. I want one guy to get in the fucking chat here later or now and tell me that Jeffrey Scott ain't a fucking badass motherfucker.
Dude.
You know what? You know what else is fucking badass about Jeffrey Scott? He does shit safe.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are we talking about? Now, it's not cool to do shit safely? Is that what we're going to say? Like when a guy says, pulls are for pussies, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Within 5 minutes, idiot. I knew I was listening the whole podcast because that dude was way smarter than any question I could ever fucking give him.
I've met a lot of safety guys. I've worked with a lot of high-rise guys. I worked for high-rise guys. And I have to say this. And all due respect to all of the other ones out there, because I've met most of them, Jeffrey Scott, bar none, has more fucking knowledge on safety and the right way to do shit than anyone I've ever met. You want to know
why? Because he has a lifetime of doing it the wrong way and the right way.
Right. And you know what?
When he said, I've been cleaning windows since I was a teenager, that's all you need to know about the guy.
Right.
Like, what are we fucking talking about? So that guy's a pussy? Is that what you're going to say? The dude that's talking about 400-500-foot fucking drops, that guy's a pussy because he does shit safely?
Right.
Is that what we're talking about now? Only the fucking cool guys stack 14
Him
pieces
talking
of
about how
stack
they used
together?
to do
Get
shit
the fuck out of here,
was
man.
great.
Yeah.
The war stories he had, from his past were great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be a tough guy inside of Jennifer's vagina because I'm going home every night.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm going to be a tough guy because I get to watch my son get older. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to be. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. I even told that dude. I told that dude exactly that, and I told him to be mad and stay mad.
Yeah.
That's fucking... Dude,
the older
that is
I get,
the
the less
dumbest
I trust
shit.
myself on matters.
It's not fucking cool, dude. It's not cool. I've got no problem. You know, if you want to stack 5 pieces, if you're fucking confident in 5 pieces, that's cool. But 7... Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Dude,
what are you
35 feet is like the max.
That's the max. I'm sorry. 35 feet is pushing it with stack ladders. It's pushing it.
Yeah.
If you've spent any time on a 40-foot fucking ladder, because I have, anytime on a 40 foot in the fucking air on a fucking ladder is a long way up in the air on a fucking ladder, dude.
Yeah.
That's a long way up in the air.
Yeah. No.
On a fucking ladder.
That shit was just plain old fucking stupid.
I used to do.
The fucked up thing is.
I used to do this. Listen, I used to do this.
He got attacked.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Isn't that weird?
I used to do once a month. I used to do it was 6 sets on a 40-foot ladder, an extension ladder, extended all the way out, like it could to the very last rung. And I always got fucking stuck doing it because I was the lightest. Believe it or not, guys, at one point I was the lightest guy on the crew. And dude, it fucking sucked, man. That is not that 40 foot. That's a long way up in the fucking air, man.
Aside from that, moving that motherfucker, forget it, man.
It took 2 of us to move the ladder fully extended.
Yeah.
And John would get pissed at us every day. You're supposed to take it down. If he caught us, take it down. Because if that motherfucker falls over, everything's getting fucked up. You know what I mean? There's no saving that. Everything's getting fucked up.
I worked for a guy. We had the 40 out, and we were doing 3 stories, so it was cranked all the way to the top. Mm-hmm. And he's like, get out of the way. Let me show you how to move the ladder. Because I'd lower it down about halfway. And he go, get out of the way. Let me teach you how to move that ladder. Now, he was about 350 pounds, right? So I'm like, well, he's got the ballast to do that, right? And he said a lot that made sense. Like, let gravity move the ladder for you. You don't have to hump it. Well, that ladder caught a wind and went into a palm tree. I was standing back, and I got in trouble because I was laughing so fucking hard.
Dude, how could you not?
Yeah, that bitch bent in half, and then he had the balls it wouldn't collapse. I'm like, let's just go get a hacksaw and cut this motherfucker up because it's scrap. He had the guys from the shop we were working. They finally got it to collapse where he could put it in the ladder rack. And then he told me he was taking it to an auto body shop to put it on a frame machine. I go, I don't give a fuck what you do with it. I ain't climbing that motherfucker. Never.
I'll tell you this, man. I was on a ladder constantly when I first started cleaning windows. I was always the ladder guy. I was the low guy on the totem pole.
Yeah.
So I was always the one having to get up in the fucking air. And once John fired his fucking brother and it was me by myself, I got really good at using a fucking pole.
Yeah.
Because I'm by myself. And I work by myself now. And I'll tell you this. I will fucking continue to buy groceries with the fucking pole. I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say about it.
Dude, I'll find a way. If I feel sketched out, I don't go up.
I forgot more about window cleaning than half these motherfuckers know.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to hear that fucking shit. I've cleaned.
Well, half of them won't be here anyway.
Dude, there's not a dude sitting here that ain't cleaned over 1 million panes of fucking glass in his lifetime.
Right.
What are we talking about? I've cleaned millions of fucking panes of glass. I'm not trying to hear nothing from nobody about nothing. Right. I'm not trying to hear shit. You could spin the squeegee on your finger or on the tip of your dick or in your boyfriend's butthole. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fucking shit. You know what I mean? I just don't fucking care. That was that shit like that irresponsible shit like that is why people get fucking hurt.
Yep.
And what bothered me about that post is it wasn't the fucking guy at the top of the ladder making that fucking post. It was the guy that he worked for that's posting that shit.
Yeah, a fucking
From
idiot.
the comfort of his fucking pickup truck seat, there's a guy 7 fucking goddamn pieces.
And no one put in that fucking ladder.
Nobody put in the fucking ladder.
You would not be able to hold it if it started to go anyway. No man could hold that fucker back if it started going.
It's fucking bullshit.
In the event that it snapped a yoke, that's it. There's fucking, no stopping that.
That picture is fucking bullshit.
Yep.
You're a fucking scumbag. You heard it here first. My name's Terry Gilbert, and you got a fucking problem with it, send a fucking email to asksqueegee@gmail.com. You fucking piece of shit.
Right.
Come on the podcast and I'll tell you you're a fucking piece of shit to your face. You fucking piece of shit. I'm sorry. That's a piece of shit move.
Yeah.
I would never in a million years, if I had a guy working for me, ever be the guy on the ground while some other dude was up on the fucking ladder risking his fucking life to clean a fucking gutter.
Right.
Taking fucking pictures like you fucking weak bitch.
And I can guarantee you the dude on that ladder is making milk money.
Dude, are you kidding? There's no question. No question. Because nobody's smart enough to run a fucking business will be that fucking high in the air on fucking 7 pieces of stack to clean a fucking gutter. The ladder was sitting in the fucking driveway. Why don't you get a tow behind lift, you fucking jerk off?
My lift would reach that motherfucker from the truck.
Listen. 3 stories in the fucking air, you should be fucking as safe as fucking you possibly can be.
Right.
That's it. I don't care what nobody says about it. I don't fucking care. Be mad about this. Be mad. Stay mad. Unlike a lot of you motherfuckers are going to have shit to say about what I'm saying right now, I actually have a 40-foot fucking ladder in my possession that I own. So suck my whole asshole. The entire thing. Yeah. Eat it. Eat the inside out too. Get it nice and fucking clean for me. You know what I mean? Eat my ass. It's fucking
Dude, one time,
whack.
This was probably 20 years ago, I went into Lowe's. If you notice, now they might carry them now, but Lowe's and Home Depot used to top out at like 28. And then when they went from 40 to the biggest ladder being 28, they clearanced them out. I happened to be at a Lowe's. They had a Werner, right? Is that the right? Werner? Mm-hmm. 40-foot ladder. They clearanced it out for like $200. I'm like, I gotta have this for $200.
That's like $1 a pound.
right. You could scrap that fucker for $200.
Yeah. Is it aluminum?
Well, I'm saying that motherfucker weighs probably 200 pounds. That fucking ladder's heavy as fuck.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the big heavy, fucking wide and heavy as fuck.
Fucker's heavy as fuck. Right? Trust me, I know.
Your fucking hands get raw pulling that fucking string.
They're fucking heavy as fuck.
I call my brother-in-law. I'm like, dude, you got that ladder rack? He was working roofing. Got that ladder rack on your truck? He's like, yeah. I go, meet me up at the Lowe's. I'm buying a 40, right? I buy this 40, and he brings it home for me. Like, how the fuck do you plan to haul this? Because, you know, I actually had built myself a custom piece ladder rack, which I wish it was fucking perfect. Set them right above the toolbox. Yeah. You could put 4.5 pieces, just slide a pin through them. They're fucking locked. Long story short.
Why don't you make that too? Keep going.
The problem is it changes with every truck, because I made them where you could pull them out and it had a receiver in the truck.
No, make it. No, listen, numbnuts. Make it so it goes on your skids.
Yeah, no, I'm doing that for Seth. Seth's getting that on one of the. He's getting that. You'll see pictures of it when it's done. But anyway, you
gotta make a modular unit for that though.
Yeah, it comes out.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So I bring this 40 home. About a week later, my brother-in-law calls me. He's like, "Have you used the 40 yet?" I go, "No, it's." I have, hog wire fence around my property, and it's got those big round poles. It's a perfect place to just set the ladder on the top of the poles. It's out of the way, out of sight.
Right.
I go, "No." He's like, "I could really use it." I go, "Come get it. You can use it whenever you want." He comes and gets it. Like 4 months later, he brings it back. It's full of fucking tar. It's from roofers, They climb on the fucking roof. And I'm like, "Hey, man, I don't want to be an asshole or something, but your boss owes me a fucking ladder." So the guy bought me a brand new. He goes, he said he'll buy you a ladder as long as he keeps this one. He really likes it. I go,
as long as it was spray it with turpentine, and it was done.
I'm not have to do a fucking thing.
You know what? Got a new ladder.
Tar out of the rung.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's all he had to do.
Yeah, right.
Trust me, I've cleaned many a ladder in my roofing days.
Yeah, but right. So he goes. They bring me the fucking new ladder, right? Probably cost them $400 or $500. It sat on my fence line for years. I think I might have used it one time cleaning windows, and I'm like, and I was a lot younger and stronger. I had no desire to haul that motherfucker around. That's why I've always been a piece ladder guy, and if I got to go up 4.5, 5, I'm getting something else.
Well, I've got 3 pieces of aluminum stack. I've got 5 pieces of wooden stack.
Wooden stack is cool just to have it.
It's cool just to have. I actually, people are gonna see it once I get my Ranger finished because it's going on the Ranger just as a looky.
Dude, I would fucking refinish those bitches with shellac and put them on.
It's already been done.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the reason. I mean, really, to be honest with you, you fucking run your hands down that the wrong way one time and get a splinter.
Oh yeah, motherfucker.
Nice ladder, super fucking heavy, but
yeah.
I just, I after 3 pieces, I have 3 pieces, and after 3 pieces, I'm good. I don't need, I'm good. I'll just bust out I have a 32, I have a 40, a 32, a 28, and a 24.
Right.
I inherited 2 of those ladders, but, the 32 is, I use the 32 maybe 2 or 3 times a year. I haven't used my 40-foot ladder in probably, since I worked for John.
Yeah.
So 7 or 8 years, it's been almost a decade. It's been since I've been 40 foot on a ladder. If I had to, I would, but I've just never run across an instance now where I need to be on a fucking ladder that high. I just go get a lift. I don't need to be that high in the air on a fucking ladder. I just don't. And and when it comes to glass, I'll use fucking 25 gallons of water to get 2 windows cleaned and not fucking climb 40 foot in the fucking air. I don't give a fucking shit what anybody thinks about it. I don't fucking care, dude. If I lived in your town, well, you don't. So there's that.
Yeah.
And if you did, good luck. Good luck.
Right.
That's the way I look at shit. A good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
You want to fucking be a fucking complete fucking idiot. Jason said Jeffrey Scott remarked on that post, and the idiot that posted it, this is truly a fucking idiot. Did he say something about that?
Yeah, he did. I don't remember what he said, but
maybe that's what drew my. Maybe that's why I went out and looked for that post.
Jeffrey Scott is very professional. He's not gonna do what you and I would do to the dude.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I didn't. I mean, I wasn't belligerent. But I just told him it's not cool. It's not fucking badass. You don't give 2 shits about that guy on the top of that fucking ladder. Be mad, stay mad. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And most of the time they're like, "Oh, you're scared of ladders." No, I spent most of them. Listen. I come from the construction industry. I spent time on pump jacks with fucking two fucking 30-foot long fucking 4x4s with a pick running across them, pumping myself up the side of a fucking somebody's fucking house 38, 40 foot in the fucking air. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm not trying to hear that fucking bullshit. It's safe, and then there's not safe.
Right.
I did not safe for a very long time. I know the difference. It's just, listen, I know the difference. If there's an easier way to do something safely, then I'm going to do it. Period.
No. Yeah. You know what? That comes with age, maturity, and brains.
Well, the dude that posted that picture of that 7 pieces ladder wasn't a man your age.
Yeah.
There's dudes out there that are just fucking stupid.
Yeah, well, look, our industry doesn't attract brilliant people.
Well, I guess you're right. I mean, we're talking about Jello Glass. We're talking about guys like Jello Glass and guys like Chris Lamborghinis that actually want to buy a hat from him.
Yeah, someone asked me today if you think I could beat him up. Like, what
Chris
are we,
gonna
6?
be like, fuck you, dude. I'm only playing. Chris knows I'm joking. The Jello Glass thing, like I said, it just the trying to take that person's work and some woman's work.
Yeah.
Was it a woman? It was a woman or her husband's
I think she was an employee of the company.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
She lit his ass up, though, perfectly.
Just ridiculous, man. Just absolutely fucking ridiculous that dude would do that.
Well, I started reading the post, and I go, so you're telling me...
Yeah. I think you might have been the one that drew it to my attention.
I started it up because I go, wait a minute, because he had put it up, and I saw it, and I go, so you're telling me you contracted this car dealership over the phone? Bullshit.
Yeah.
You're a fucking liar.
Yeah, anybody that's done a fucking car dealership knows that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You're one. If you haven't bought the car from me, you're probably not getting the contract.
Dude, let me tell you, I have 15 car dealerships. You go buy a car, you ain't getting the fucking windows because I've been there for 15 fucking years. Every asshole in their motherfucking does that shit.
The same way with the dealership that I only do one dealership now. I had 2 more, but I just, it's whatever. I got tired of fucking dicking with the guy with the payments. And guess what? Chevy dealership. But anyways, both of them were Chevy dealerships, the ones I couldn't get paid for. But the Ford dealership that I've been doing for 2 decades now, good luck getting that from me. They can cut me loose inside their showroom and never ever have to worry about me fucking something up because I've been doing it 20 years and ain't fucking bing bang boomed nothing in that bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, I have a Chevy dealer. I've had it for about 10 years now. And I grab most of the time the same hat, but I'll get in a mood where I'll change out. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And like my wife will go, it's time to fucking retire that hat and get another one. So I had a vintage Ford hat, and I was cleaning the Chevy dealer. I didn't even know a hat. And I go around the back to clean the service drive. And this cocky fucking young mechanic goes, you got a lot of balls walking back here with that hat. So I took it off my head and looked at it. I'm like, what the fuck do I have on? Is it a Trump hat or what the fuck is this? Right. And then I put it back on and I go, that's a Ford hat. And he goes, yeah. I go, well, I work at Ford. I work at Ferrari. I work at Maserati. I go, what's the big deal? I happen to drive a Ford. He goes, I'm just saying you got a lot of balls. I go, well, what exactly do here? He goes, new car warranty work. And I look and I go, you stay very busy, huh?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
No shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I got my truck back. Like I went and put it in 4-wheel drive, and I have no 4-wheel drive.
What?
Like, they didn't hook up the 4-wheel. I have no fucking 4-wheel drive, bro.
Dude,
Like, I don't know what the fuck they've done to my
I know
truck.
your Ford needed to be put down. I didn't want to be nasty with 200.
It's still running, bro.
But dude, that you've had nothing but trouble with that truck.
Dude, I'm gonna end up putting a 4 transmission in this mother.
Nah, I wouldn't be putting a 4
You can't
in
do that.
Nope.
I'm done. Like, this thing's in a lawsuit and all that shit, so I'll have to look into that. But like,
The
fucking,
problem is you're not the original owner of the truck. That's where you're gonna run into hurdles.
Your problem,
Maybe.
your first problem was
I'm
that
the
you
only
shouldn't
one
have bought
put
that
in
truck.
transmissions.
Your
Dude,
first
now, let
problem
me
was
back
your
this
first
up,
problem
TJ.
is buying that truck. You thought you were cool, but you weren't. You're not.
TJ, listen. Now, there's a lot of AI bullshit going on in the automotive industry lately, and you could clearly see that these pictures are AR because they look better than life. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm looking at, but I know that shit ain't real.
Yeah.
Like they're saying that they're bringing back like the Mercury Cougar or some shit, and it looks all retro and everything, and that's cool. But I started looking into it because somebody put up a post about they're building a Ranger Super Duty, which is going to be like the size of a Ranger with aluminum flatbed on it, but it looks like the body style of a Super Duty, but it's shrunk down. Now, if that shit is true, that's badass.
Yeah,
you don't know what's coming yet?
Huh?
You haven't seen what's coming yet, Mark?
What?
It's
No.
We got like Little Truck Central coming out next 2 years, dude.
What you mean?
Chevy's coming out. Chevy's coming out with
of
6.
really small trucks.
Yeah,
Like those
Chevy's coming out
Daihatsu
with
things?
6 of them.
Mhm.
6 different. They're coming out with 6 different little trucks. Toyota's coming out with 2. Ford's coming out with another one, which is that Ranger you're talking about.
Yeah, all I want is a crew cab 6-foot bed aluminum F-150, preferably one without a shit transmission in it. So like 2017 or so.
Yeah.
2018, after they've worked out all the bugs.
Dude, I gotta tell you, my Bronco has the 10-speed.
No problems, right?
Don't miss a fucking minute.
Yeah.
Don't miss a minute.
I know
all the little trucks are built on those frames.
I know dudes that got the 10-speed and 0 problems, and I know another guy that's had it in the shop fucking 20 times for the transmission. You know what I mean?
Well, remember when I came to your birthday party, I rented that Mustang? That was the first year of the 10-speed automatic. That motherfucker never knew what gear it's supposed to be in.
Right.
The bitch is jumping from 3rd to 7th, back to 2nd.
Right.
I'm like, this thing is uncomfortable to drive because it never knows
honest
where it
with you,
wants to
I
be.
don't think that was a transmission issue. I think that was an electronics issue from the very beginning, and that
probably
mechanically. You know
probably.
What I mean?
Yeah, you're right. I would agree with that.
It's over-engineered bullshit.
Yep.
I mean, if you've worked on anything new in your life, if you have a new car and you've worked on it, you know exactly what the fuck I mean by over-engineered bullshit.
Yep.
I've pretty much made up my fucking mind that you know what, as much as I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna go get me this, I'll probably buy Jennifer a new car, but I'm super leaning into I'm super leaning into going south and finding myself early 80s, late 70s fucking pickup truck and finding me having me a straight 6 fucking built, slapped in that motherfucker, and all I gotta worry about is gas, tires, and oil. No electronic fucking bullshit.
Right.
I'm honestly,
the prices are actually coming down now, which is good.
Honestly, I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense to me. Just after what I've gone through with the F-150 recently, it's like, once you get to a certain point with these fucking vehicles, man,
they're done.
Not so much that they're done, Tim. It's they reach the layman's capabilities. Like, you have to have a fucking $1 trillion fucking computer to figure out what the fuck is wrong with this fucking thing. You know what I mean? As opposed to just changing the plugs and the wires. You know what I mean? You're keeping oil in it. You know what I mean? It's just too much. It's too fucking much. Too much.
I'm going to go to these little trucks. I'm going to go to like a Maverick or something like that. But if I go back to a big truck, it's going to be the Triton motor. It's going to be an F-150.
Yeah, the Maverick is a nice truck.
It's going to
put a skid back there. The bed is so small.
Yeah. Well, Tim,
I got to figure out something. You could build a small skid out there out of it, couldn't you?
50 gallons is 50 gallons.
50
you
gallons,
still gotta have
50 gallons, 50 gallons, Tim.
Yeah.
You're either cool or you're not cool, dude. Maybe that's what we're trying to tell you, Tim.
Couldn't you put like a 25-gallon tank in there?
No,
yeah,
dude,
but what's that going to do?
What's that going to do?
It's not big enough.
What's that going to do besides be gay?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just buy a man truck. Hey, listen, buy a man truck. Fucking sell your GMC, buy a man truck with a blue oval on the front of it, and just move on with life.
I'm gonna
There's a reason why all ambulances are Fords.
Right, because you don't want to die on the side of the road, right?
There's a reason why all ambulances are Ford, homie.
My truck sat in the shop on a bay for a month, and that's all that was in, is all warranty work, and it was all terrible, fucking GMC trucks, dude. It's crazy, bro.
That's terrible, like dude.
It's criminal how
until just recently, I've had zero issues with that F-150, and I get in that bitch every day, start it up, it runs like a fucking top. You know what I mean? It needed plugs, it needed fucking coil packs, but ever since I did that and changed that fucking sensor, this motherfucker runs like a top.
Yeah,
runs like a top.
Now we just got to get your Ranger going.
There's nothing wrong with my Ranger.
This shifting okay?
No, it still doesn't shift good.
Okay.
That's electronic.
Yeah,
there's something wrong with that bitch electronically.
Yeah.
Because if it was slipping, if there was something bad, it would slip in fucking when I manually shift it, but it doesn't.
Right.
It goes along fine. Like if I say I have like an open short somewhere.
Yeah.
And if I leave the battery connected, like if I go back the next day to try to start it, the truck won't start. The battery's dead. So what I've been doing is I just disconnect the battery completely. When I need to use the truck to go to the landfill or something, I'll connect the battery. I get in it, start it, take off, no check engine light, runs, shifts fucking fine. Check engine light comes on, it starts shifting like shit again. It's electronic.
Couldn't you put an old school motor in that? Motor and transmission in that?
Why would I?
Yeah,
that fucking that 4-banger. I got that the Ford's best 4-bangers in that.
The 8 spark plug 4-cylinder. Yeah,
that motherfucker's gangster.
It runs forever, man.
It runs. Do that fucker, dude. I'm literally it doesn't knock nothing. It's beautiful.
Yep. Right.
Beautiful fucking truck. And outside of if it was not if I found a fucking mint bed, there's not even a dimple of rust on the cab. In a cab corner, nothing, nowhere.
What year is yours?
A 97.
Dude, you should see the one I bought for JT. Huh? After all the shit, when my F-150 got wrecked and the truck got stolen in Jacksonville, I felt really bad for him. Well, insurance gave me really good money for my F-150, like way better than I could have sold it for.
Right.
So I said to Kate, I go, look, this kid needs reliable transportation. He's got the Mustang with the nasty little motor. He can't be pulling up the job interview in a fucking rumpity-rump cammed up fucking car.
Right.
You know? So I go, let's just help him out. I found an original owner, 95, Ford Ranger extended cab, short bed, obviously. 3-liter V6, automatic. The fucking interior had car seats on it from the day it was bought. No one's ever sat on the fucking seats, right?
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about it, honestly, is the color, because it's that goldish color. You know what? That gold is real common.
Yeah.
The only dent in the truck was where someone backed into.
Oh man.
A trailer, like hooking up your boat, they hit the fucking tailgate.
Yeah.
So I go to the junkyard about once a month trying to find them at least a decent tailgate, and I'll paint it the right color.
Right.
But I'd love to find a gold one that's already.
You should be able to find that.
Yeah, they're around.
What year?
95.
I'll keep an eye out.
He goes, and he came out.
Seth can stop and grab it on his way down to get his skids.
Right. He could. I go, JT, listen, we'll find your tailgate. Dude, the thing has white walls on it. It's an old man. When have you ever seen white walls?
Yeah, that's cool.
I go, dude, want to take it down to my tire guy and get him flipped, because that's kind of gay. And he goes, I fucking like that. I've never seen tires like this before, right? Dude, let me tell you something. He just drove to Jacksonville to get more certification. He went through another class, got 2 more certifications for pipe fitting or something. I don't know. But that thing drives like a fucking dream. It gets like 15 miles to the gallon. You don't even hear it running.
Yeah.
The only thing that would have been better, honestly, it would have had that 4-cylinder.
Right.
But the little V6, I've rebuilt those little V6s. They're not overhead cam. Fucking piece of cake. It's like a small 302.
Right.
So easy to work on. Yeah. I mean, that's the best.
The only thing that my Ranger had a service bed on the back of it.
Yep.
It had like a service bed, like a full, like you could walk into a service bed. It had like a little door in the back.
Yeah, like one of those ones that's shaped like that.
Right. And they must have sold the truck, and whoever bought it went out and just found a bed that matched. You know what I mean? The green.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it just, the bed's in fucking terrible shape, but the rest of the truck it's mint. It needs
Yeah.
shocks. It needs shackles. It needs shocks, shackles. It needs an exhaust.
You put $1,000 in that truck. That is bar none the best window cleaning route truck.
Oh, easy.
Or residential
yeah, easy.
in the world.
Well, what I'm going to end up doing to it is, well, everyone will see eventually. I'm slowly but surely buying parts. I'm going to get it back on the road. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool when I'm finished with it. So.
Your granddad buy you that?
Yeah, my grandfather bought me that.
Yeah, so that
before he passed away.
Right there.
Before he passed away, he lent me the money because my truck. I had a 2012. I had a 2012 Ranger with a 5-speed in it, which is a very nice truck. There was nothing wrong with it either, but it had that fucking that 2.1 or 2.2 liter engine in it that you can't still to this day still can't get a fucking short block for, because that's how many of them went fucking bad. But it threw a fucking main bearing and ended up fucking, you start that bitch up, it sounded like it was like a bag of fucking wrenches in a cement truck.
Right.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But I was without a truck, so I was cleaning windows out of a and because this was the first year. That's when I bought the business. That happened the year I bought the business.
Yeah.
I lost that fucking motor in that truck, so I was cleaning fucking windows out of a fucking car. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck do you do that? You know what I mean?
I've been there.
Yeah, and my grandpa was like, well, I want to do something for you to help you. He goes, why don't I just loan you the money to get you a truck? He goes, you just go. Well, actually, what he was going to do was just go get a loan, and he was going to go get me a brand new truck. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. I said, but, if you want to, I'll find something. And I found that fucking Ranger. It was fucking $1,700. We talked the dude down to fucking $1,400 and had the transmission rebuilt in the bitch. And it's fucking, I just refuse to let go of it. I'll bag it and put a 302 in it and make it a drag truck, but I'll never get rid of that truck.
Yeah. Dude, I just chuck a 5-speed in it, man. They're fun to drive with a manual.
Oh yeah. I'm a manual guy. Who you're talking?
Yeah,
me too. The choir.
Me too.
I love manuals.
I do too.
I'm a little upset that I don't have a manual anymore. I wanted a manual. I looked for a manual Ranger for fucking like a month, and then finally I gotta buy this truck.
Well, see, when we ordered the Bronco, you couldn't get a manual. A real 7-speed is a 7-speed, which is weird, but 7-speed manual, but you could only get it behind the 4-cylinder. And I was like, I gotta have at least a V6. I go, it's a crime you're not giving me a V8.
Right.
Okay, but you're
definitely
giving me
not doing a
fucking
fucking
V6.
4-cylinder. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to manually shift that motherfucker.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of stick shift trucks. I've always been a fan. I like it.
Leah's next car, she wants a stick shift because that's when I first met her. She had a stick.
Yeah,
there's only I don't know how many. I don't think there's. It's like not more often than not. Yeah,
it's hard to find.
There's not very many anymore that fucking make manual cars.
Right.
And like
And you're definitely not finding an SUV with a manual.
I don't know too many people. No. I don't know too many people younger than me that can drive a manual.
Well, no diesels come with manuals anymore because they're making so much horsepower and torque. No manual transmission will hold up. They will be destroyed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. But that's what I want to do. I want to find something old, man. I want to find something old. Put a straight 6. And what is that? The 318 mark? What is that?
300.
300.
300. Dude, I'm gonna tell you, I got on that kick because for the longest time, I got seven big block Fords sitting on stands. Some of them are, different varying conditions. There's 2 that can go into a vehicle tomorrow, and I was all about that shit. Now I'm an old man, so I go, fuck, I'm going to build one of these crew cab Fords. I want a 300 6-cylinder you could put a 5-speed behind it. You got to find one because the 90s had the 5-speed because originally in the 70s they only had 4 speeds. You can get the 5-speed, which has the overdrive. I go, and I want an early 306. I'm going to fucking throw that one barrel away and put a little a Holley projection system on it or a Phytech.
What are you gonna put it in?
A sniper fuel injection.
Well, they can.
In an old
Ford.
They
sell those little They sell those kits where you can put that shit on there.
Yeah. You buy the whole kit. But dude, I had a buddy. I had the same truck as him. They were 79 F250s.
Mm-hmm.
I had a it was a 360, and he had 351 400, a piece of shit, and he had the 306 cylinder, and I could smoke his doors. But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker could put that bitch in first gear at a red light and literally sidestep the clutch, and it wouldn't stall. Would just go woo, and start going, and then he gently put his foot on the brake.
Pull
That bitch would break the rear tires loose like this.
Pull a fucking stump out the ground with that
Oh
motherfucker.
fuck. Yeah, and still get fucking 18 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
That's the way to go, man.
That's I just
Yeah.
for me, not only do I know just for durability, but just cool factor. I think that's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Straight six, a 300 built,
Yeah.
nice one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It ain't got to be fucking special or nothing. Just
No.
like it ain't nothing like that. All you gotta do is take it, pressure wash it, degrease
Dude,
it, pressure
and
wash
old
it,
Ford,
paint it.
You could stand next to the
That's
engine.
what I'm
under the
saying,
hood.
dude.
Yeah.
On the side of the highway in the rain
Yeah.
and not get wet.
Right.
Stand in
You
that
can't do that
motherfucker.
anymore.
No.
No.
Get all up inside of there, dude.
Right.
Well, I think they kind of screwed themselves because their whole goal was to get everybody going to their service departments to make more money off of them. But
No,
now they fucked themselves so bad because this shit coming out's bad, dude.
The problem is this, Seth. Sorry, Tim. The problem is this. The government has mandated certain emissions that they had to take, like the 306 cylinder, and clog it up with so much fucking smog shit that it just doesn't breathe.
Yeah.
It doesn't run.
Yeah.
So that's why all this new high-tech shit is all computer controlled, you know? Dude, I could hotwire a 70s Ford with a piece of wire this big and a screwdriver and drive that motherfucker home.
Right.
No locking steering column. You know, you just fucking jump the wire over to the coil and fucking hit the solenoid. That bitch will drive.
Well, everybody, fucking thanks for watching. Thanks to our sponsors, fucking Maker Products, Black Diamond,
one more
Squeegee
thing, Keith.
Rubber,
We got
windowcleaner.com.
One like, and that's mine.
We got 12 on mine.
Oh, okay. I haven't refreshed. Okay.
We got one like and
Maker
it's fine.
Products.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, we got 5 people watching. I'm out here. Nobody. We ain't been getting the views we're accustomed to.
Well, that's because Jacob's not here.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's because I'm here,
dude. Nah, fuck
Because
that,
I'm here,
Tim.
dude. Nobody wants to watch me.
I do. That's all that matters.